Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, I have thought of doing a different kind of a format. This gives you an additional video plus a better response to your queries. It also gives me an opportunity to connect with you and explain my point of view when I see any comments coming in. One of the main challenges I find with comments is that when you put a comment, I can't gauge the tone behind it, and I can't easily gauge what state of mind you are in when you put a comment. Sometimes the comments are not very specific, so I have to make assumptions. So responding to all those things with comments, again, causes the same problem from my side to you guys. So I thought, why not do an extra video every week just to talk about comments. And if possible, I'll answer some of your comments during the week, but I'll accumulate all of them and do that in these weekly videos at the end of every week. So this particular video is going to give you my reaction to all the comments over the past 1 week, which means the last 2 videos that we had published in this week. So let's get started. Welcome back, friends. Let's go to the comments section. I'll be skipping all the genomic comments and I'll go just to the HIV comments. And as you are aware, I'm doing a bit of reconstruction. When I say we, it comes out over years of being in a corporate culture. It's just a one-man show out here. It's just me. So it's the royal we, you can say. So when my plan basically is to move all HIV contents into a single HIV channel, which I have called Global ShareTreck HIV. We can see the logo out here. So on YouTube, you will find this with the handle @ShareTreck HIV. So I would request that you please go there, subscribe right now. And if you are a member in our current channel out here in English, just discontinue membership here, join either the Patreon or join the membership in the YouTube HIV, ShareTreck HIV channel, so that what I'm planning to do is to have everything related to HIV in one place. And I'm fortunate that we have a volunteer who is already helping me with French translations on the blog site. And I would be talking to this person during the week, the coming week. We are going to discuss if they would be comfortable being on the screen and talking in French. Or at least providing us French subtitles. And we have to realize that people who volunteer, they have their own day job, their regular life. They have to put in time over and above all the things that they need to do just to survive. And if we get more than one volunteer for each language, that would be absolutely perfect, because the workload can be divided and there won't be an issue of scheduling problems and other things, and people won't get burnt out. So ideally 2 or more in each language is needed. So I'm still inviting once again volunteers for French, volunteers for Hindi, volunteers for Spanish. These are the 3 languages that I'm targeting. And if you can find some time to help me, just reach out to me. Please go to sharetreck.com, use the contact form to write to me, and I'll get back to you and we'll get started. So with that said, let's get into the comment section first. So here we are in our comment section. I'm just going to increase the size of the screen so that our comments are clearly visible. I think this is sufficient magnification, or maybe I'll take it a tad more just so that everything is legible even in a small screen. Okay, this is good enough. Now, what we are going to do is look at the first one here, Pete Wigley. That's not a HIV comment, that's a genomics comment. We have Blade Brown 4341 has @ShareTreck, your honest opinion from all the cure research you have seen. Will we see a cure within 10 years? So Pete, I'm thinking you're talking about, I don't know if you're talking about HIV. I'm going to assume you're talking about genomics. And if we are talking about genomics, I don't know what cure you're talking about, because CRISPR Therapeutics has succeeded with sickle cell disease and beta thalassemia. So those two are already in the market, and cancer therapy, their CAR-T is way behind. So I'm going to assume that you're talking about HIV, and I would suggest that, in future, if you want to put a HIV comment, just find any HIV video, recent ones, in the last 5 or 6 days, and put your comment there. And I will always get to see your comment when it comes in, and I will answer you. So assuming that Blade Brown is asking about when the cure is likely to come, the honest opinion. Yeah, definitely within 10 years. But to be more precise, I am feeling that by 2027, we should have functional cure. I may change my opinion later on if any clinical trial data doesn't sound encouraging or something else happens. But right now, it looks like 2027 is a sweet spot. So I hope that answers you, Blade. And then we are looking at the other comment from Sunny Singh. Sir, 2026 में AGT 103 market में आ जाएगी. So what I told Sunny Singh is put this in your Hindi channel, but because we are merging Hindi and English together, these problems will be solved because all HIV comments will be in one place. Right now in this channel, what is happening is our genomic investment, HIV English and HIV Hindi, all are clashing together. Sometimes we get some other languages as well. So I think moving this across to HIV Global is going to be very helpful. So Sunny Singh basically is asking, when do you think AGT 103 will be available in the market? So the answer is that we don't know. We expect by 2027, but from now and then, anything can happen during the clinical trials. Things can be absolutely fantastic, or things could go pear-shaped. 2027 is the time that I'm thinking. So that said, the next comment is coming from user YZ9LG80C7G. So this user asks, hi Raj, those clinical trials by AGT and Excision, they exclude patients using long-acting ART, probably due to intention for ATI. So we wonder if we should switch to long-acting injectables. So I would tell this, I would answer this question by saying that I do not know that AGT and Excision are doing this, but it makes perfect sense that they would do it, because when you want to do analytical treatment interruption, which is the ATI, you want to make sure that ART is not in effect and you're actually testing the therapy that you have put into the body in order to fight HIV. So that's the reason why ATI is done. And if you're in a long-term kind of an injection, which lasts for 6 months, I don't think it would be convenient to be a participant in the clinical trial. So the user asks, so we wonder if we should switch to long-acting injectables. So logically, the second part of the question doesn't make sense to me. Those two things have nothing to do with each other. So it's your choice and what your doctor tells you to do, whether to go for long-acting or a daily dose. It's a question of convenience. It's a question of what your doctor tells you to do, your status in life. For example, if you are a traveling salesperson, or if you're a flight attendant, or an air hostess, or whatever requires you to be at different places at different days of the week, extensive traveling, then of course it's going to be a logistical problem carrying all your tablets and everything with you, in which case switching to long-acting injectables seems like a good idea. But if that injectables need you to go to a clinic to get it done, then I don't know whether it's going to solve the problem as elegantly as it would have if you could self-medicate. So I don't know the answer. I think it's better for you to talk to your general practitioner, because I am not a doctor. That is point number one. Point number two is that your doctor is very well aware of your personal situation. So if there are 4 or 5 HIV patients, the same answer may not be right for everyone. So you may have some underlying conditions or pre-existing conditions or some other issues. So maybe you were using a particular ART, you had some side reaction, then you shifted to something else. So a doctor has to consider all those things before they give you a yes or no answer. I would sincerely request that you go and talk to a doctor. And my blanket suggestion to everyone regarding HIV is that when it comes to treatment, you should depend on your doctor, because the doctor is qualified, educated, and is under oath, and is being regulated by the state. So they will always give you correct answers. They will always give you very responsible answers, and they will not take any risk with your body. And they have your welfare at their heart, because if something happens to you, their practice is on the line. So they are very, very responsible people. On the other hand, if you go to the internet, you can get a lot of people who will try to cheat you. Their objective is to make money. But I know that you don't mind spending money. But the problem is that if you spend the money and take something toxic or take something that doesn't work and your health deteriorates further, I mean, it's not a good outcome to have. So on YouTube, you might find a lot, on various social media, you might find a lot of quacks out there who claim to make some herbal remedies and they got cured and all that. Even in our channel, we have those kind of comments coming in trying to lure people. So I block all those guys, but beware. You can come to this channel and expect to know what's the latest clinical trials, and what are the therapies in play and how do various therapies work. I can answer those things, but I can't do diagnostics. I can't advise you on your ART. I can't interpret your test results. Those things I can't do. So that's my limitations. That was a very long answer, so let's proceed ahead. Then we have the next question is coming from Snotdia1376. I am writing these comments with tears of joy. Thank you very much. Now, this is a prime example of spam. These guys are all cheats who are trying to hook up people. And I'm just going to remove all existing comments. Let me first hide this user from the channel. That's gone. So that is gone. Next, user KY8PP Super Sir. Okay, thank you so much. I love this. Anyone who calls me super, I like it. Yuan says, thanks for the video. No problem. Very happy to do this. And then we have Dinko Horvat. Long-lasting ART treatments should mean the push for a cure could be put on the back burner. Long-lasting PrEP is critical in prevention strategies. Yeah, I agree. Long-lasting PrEP is essential in preventive strategies. And definitely long-lasting ART treatment could be a good thing. But I don't think it is going to push a cure into the back burner, because people have already invested large sums of money, time, efforts, and shareholder capital in trying to create HIV cures, which are functional and sterilizing cures. Those guys are not going to slow down because somebody else made a long-lasting PrEP. Because any day a once and done cure is better than a long-lasting PrEP. So that part I don't agree. Next is Bikram Jena 2249. Thanks for sharing this type of video. Thank you very much. It was my pleasure. Put a heart out there. Firoz 1G says, hi Raj, CRISPR Therapeutics and Vertex received another Casgevy approval for TDT. However, stock going down. What is happening? Oh, this is not related to HIV. I've already answered that to the person. Next question is Tanug Raj 8942. Good news, Raj sir. I saw all your videos. Happy to see your all videos, sir. How much time to come vaccine the cure of HIV? Guys, I keep on telling 2027. If you ask me 100 times, that's what I'm going to say until I have any information that makes me postpone or bring it forward. So I wish you would stop asking when it's going to come or what it's going to cost. Those things are not in my control, and there is no information available for that. 2027 is the ballpark, I can say. Then the next one is Noor Ahmed. He's saying, if the associations care about everyone, or in the clear sense, approximately 38 million patients, this is not a small number due to its lack of importance and considering only the treatments that have not been reached in some countries. So this is just a frustrated comment. I can understand the frustration, but in our channel, I wouldn't be able to comment on that. And what I have said is usually I would say lobby the government. However, it is clear that government does not always work for the people because they have their own budget constraints. You have conservatives, you have got liberals, you have got other kind of parties. And so I really sympathize Noor Ahmed. I don't know what I can say. He mentioned that a couple of times, and he's got the second time Noor Ahmed is. I think Noor Ahmed was very frustrated when he put these two comments here. I hope his mind and mood is much better right now. He's saying this is not a final solution. In some countries, such as Egypt, they have now begun to withdraw Truvida treatment and manufacture the alternative by Eva Farm because of the inability to import. The situation in most countries will continue to deteriorate until many people lose their lives due to lack of attention. We just want a final solution soon and achieving human equality between countries. So Noor Ahmed, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm only trying to bring hope to a dire situation. I'm just a content creator. I don't have answers for everything, but I understand the pain in your voice when you make this statement. Everything should be ideal, but unfortunately life is not fair. I have had my own shares of injustice. But I believe that people who are suffering from maybe diabetes or HIV or cancer, they have been dealt a difficult card. So I sympathize with you, and I hope a cure comes very soon. And if people don't fight with each other, I mean, countries can collaborate with each other. So there's a whole lot of things out there. I mean, as humans, we do not try to live peacefully with each other. So you see conflicts all over the place, and then these kind of things happen. And also governments, many governments are not able to govern properly because the masses are illiterate and they educate selfish leaders who don't know how to run a country. They make themselves and their families rich, and everybody else suffers. So hopefully more people start getting educated and more people start getting into politics and start governing properly, then the world will be a better place. But if wishes were horses, right? Next, we have Balaji Takur, always puts hearts out there. I understand your sentiment. Thank you very much. I'll also give you one back. Then we have Jay Dupree, 422, saying definitely great news. A lot of good treatments, 2027, looking forward for that functional cure. Then hopefully soon after sterilizing. I really love the attitude of Jay Dupree. He's got a fantastic attitude. People should have an attitude like this. It makes it easy for you to handle your condition. So for a brief period of time, I lived in Ireland, and they have horse racing and all out there. They also have dog racing. So I learned a term out there, heavy running. I used to use the term before, but I didn't understand what it meant. So it seems that when the track is wet, the horses find it difficult to run on that track. So that is heavy running. And when the track is dry, the horse can run really well. So I think in a way, when we don't have a positive attitude, then we are heavy running, because everything that you do in the day is going to look twice as difficult, twice as irritating. And when you are in a very good frame of mind, everything is a breeze. So try to cultivate a positive frame of mind. And in many Western countries, people do not hesitate to go to a psychiatrist or to a counselor or to a life coach to get some support. In many Asian cultures, it is frowned upon that if somebody is going to a counselor or a shrink, then they are mentally unstable. That's not at all the case. The mind is a very interesting place, and it can play tricks on us, and especially when we are in tough situations. A little bit of counseling is not at all harmful. It will help you a lot, and they can set your mood straight and give you a good life. Next, we have George Villarian saying, no more therapy, the world needs a cure. So I got very agitated. I said, agreed, I hear you. What are you going to do about it? got a plan to share? Are you studying HIV to create a therapy? Is there anything else you can do? So at that point of time, I kind of lost it. And then we have this Bharat Sharma who comes in and puts me back in my senses. He says, Raj, why are you wasting your time and energy in these useless comments? Bharat Sharma, well said. I have to recognize that people get upset. But one of the problems I have is that the very reason why I am taking time from my life to make these videos, and it's a big chunk of time because I'm studying, trying to understand stuff. I'm not a science or biology student. I'm a business student. I'm studying these things to understand and explain it to you guys in a simple manner because I want to motivate a lot of HIV patients and help them have a better life, get some motivation. I want them to come to this channel and feel, yeah, things are happening. There's a whole lot of people like us. They are also living and I can also live and we'll all do well. So when I have really positive comments coming in, like the one that we saw just a little while ago, which said, good news, Raj sir, I saw all your videos, happy to see all your videos. Or the other one saying that you're curing, like Jay Dupree saying, great news, 2027, looking forward to functional cure. I think that it makes me feel that our objective in this channel is being met. But then every once in a while, I come across a comment which makes a sentiment of frustration or hopelessness. Then the reason I get triggered is because it puts cold water over all my efforts. And then I wonder whether it's worthwhile doing this or am I wasting my life on a worthless cause, right? So Bharat Sharma was right. Why are you wasting your time and energy on these useless comments? And I said, yeah, it's a good point. Every time I consider that, sometimes I think I should just block users who spread negativity. They can still watch our videos, but they will not be able to put negative comment and bring down everybody else. If you look at our subscriber count with the English and the Hindi channel together, we have got around 8,500 odd people. So when I merge the channels, we are going to look at around 8,500 people. And when they come and have a look at one of these videos, and I'm pretty sure they're going to scroll down and look at the comments to see if they had any question and somebody else had asked those questions or what other people think about it. And if I have motivated them in my video and they come and see a comment like this and then they get demotivated, it's a zero-sum game. Then what was the point, right? What was the point of the whole thing? And I don't think George Villaran is going to get anything from making this comment. I can understand George's sentiment. George, I'm not complaining about you. I understand your sentiment. But all I'm saying is that when you have a sentiment like that, write it down on a sheet of paper, crumple it and throw it away. Please don't put it on the comment because there are other people who are going about their day and then they look at it and then it brings them down. So that's my point of view. Next we have Akash Das saying, great news, sir. Thanks a lot. Yeah, thank you very much. This is a positive comment that I'm looking forward to. Makes everybody happy. Ask questions if you have about a therapy. So that's about it. That's all I got for you guys. There's more. Andy Lau says, thanks a lot. Nice info, Raj. Sorry, the article that you put on the description is about ASC22 clinical trial from Asceltis. It's not about Rev RRE. Thank you, Andy. I did replace it immediately, both in the description as well as out here. So thanks for that. And another question here is, Mr. Raj, does this have anything to do with the possibility of treatment or just prevention? So Rev RRE, the way I understand it, is for just prevention. It's not for cure. Then we have our good friend Flavio from Portugal. Wonderful news. Thank you for sharing. I read that CRISPR phase 1 trials are completed. Any info on that? So Flavio, yeah, Bharat Sharma is helpful. He said already made. Check playlist. Yeah, there have been plenty of EBT 101 videos. So Bharat is right in a way. So I thanked Bharat, but I also asked Flavio, is he talking about EBT 101? And Bharat asks me in Hindi, when do I think the cure can come? What percentage chances? Because so many trials are failing. So I told Bharat that anything is possible. Patients want me to say that a therapy will succeed 100% and it will be available by a given date. I try my best, but these are difficult to predict. If prediction was possible, hedge funds would already have bought out Excision and AGT. So it's very difficult to predict. Flavio says ShareTreck, yes, phase 1 trials were completed and safety is confirmed. We should have more news soon. So Flavio, I'm going to check it out. And if I find anything, information, then I'll have to understand it before I bring it to you. But I'll try to do it as quickly as possible. And thank you very much, Flavio, and anybody else who is bringing heads up on any new development that has happened in anything that we are covering, or a HIV treatment that I have not covered so far, which is under FDA or under European Medical Authority or Australian or UK. Those things I can definitely look at. Okay, so please feel free. Then we have Saurabh SY2EB saying, sir, how much more time is needed to come cure? So Noor Ahmed is laughing. Yeah, he's laughing because I've just answered it. And if Saurabh had just gone up and had a look, he would have seen me answer. So guys, the frustration for me with this question is that everybody asks me the question. They don't bother to look at the video where I have already said thousands of times that 2027 is the ballpark. And then they don't bother to see in the comment section itself where somebody or the other is asking. In some videos, I have people asking the same question 4 times or 5 times. So it's very frustrating. So that's why Noor Ahmed is laughing. He's not making fun at Saurabh. He's just laughing, imagining that my head is going to blow. So I said, indeed, many do not learn. And George Valerian says, until the director of OMS and the directors from different pharmaceuticals company get enough money. George Valerian is in a very, very dark place, my friend. And Bharat Sharma is so frustrated on my behalf. He's saying in Hindi, how many times will you explain, sir? I said, thanks, Bharat. So guys, big request. Don't be cynical out here. Don't be negative out here, for heaven's sake. I'm trying to help you guys out. And I want everyone to be happy when they come to the channel. Whatever happens in your world, when you come to ShareTreck HIV channel, I want you to become optimistic. I want you to get inspired. I want you to go back happy. I don't want anyone bringing negativity out here. George, you're a good guy. I like you. But you know what? Just don't be cynical, my friend. Life will be easy for you. Then we have Tony Engert. It cost over 10,000 per vial and 1 tablet 655 euro. Now this kind of information is good to have. This is giving me market intelligence, which I don't have. And it also helps the other people to understand. So Tony, also, if possible, mention which country you are in. It will be very helpful to all our viewers. And then we have Radha Devi saying, when will come, eagerly waiting. So now this question of when it will come, I mean, I'm just absolutely tired of this. So very tired of this. And I hope after this interactive session, many people will understand why they should not ask this question. It helps my mental health and it will save me money going to the shrink or the counselor. So Israelite 2279, I hope he's fine, says, please, when should we be expecting these drugs in the market? Oh my God, crikey. Now this was something which was in preclinical stage, and preclinical is the very, very beginning where people are doing those tests in animals, and then it has to be done in humans, and for that we'll have phase 1, then we have phase 2. Sometimes we may have a pivotal study on top of it, or we may have phase 3. So my friend, it's very difficult to predict. Again, it's a question of the same thing I've explained. When it will come is something I hope you do not ask me. And believe me, in our genomics side, we had sickle cell disease and metathalassemia, which have therapies, and I was able to tell them when it will come because FDA shared the information. There is something called as PDUFA date when FDA gives approval for the therapies that are under clinical trial with it, and PDUFA date is different for each therapy. So one of these days, FDA will announce a PDUFA date for EBT 101 and AGT 103. At that time, I'll be able to tell you with great confidence, but right now, there is no date floating anywhere. FDA doesn't know about it. The health minister of your country doesn't know about it. Nobody knows when it's going to come. So next we have Mane is discussing Casgivy. No. Thanks for the information. You are most welcome, Prasanjit. Well, that brings me to an end of this session, and I hope you guys had a proper answer for all your questions. And so that I would like to just say some things before I go ahead. We have a new channel. Actually, it's an existing channel, and we have rebranded it as Global ShareTreck HIV. The handle for that on YouTube is @ShareTreck HIV, all one word. So please go to @ShareTreck HIV and subscribe or become member out there, because right now I am posting the English HIV video here as well as in the other channel. So Global ShareTreck HIV is going to be our single channel for all HIV content. Right now we have English and Hindi content there. In future, we're going to introduce French and Spanish. So already I have a volunteer for French, and I would like to have more volunteers because volunteers do work over and above what they do, and I know it takes a lot of time. So we want multiple volunteers for French and multiple for Spanish and multiple for Hindi. Right now, I don't have any volunteer for Hindi, which is a shame because there are so many Hindi subscribers. So I wish somebody could come in for Hindi as well. So please start subscribing to and becoming a member of the other channel, which is @ShareTreck HIV, because up to February, I would be posting English HIV videos here as well as there. But once February starts, I'll only be posting videos in the other channel, the English videos in the other channel. It won't be here. And this channel will remain HIV Genomics channel. And here we'll be talking only about genomic medicine and from an investment perspective. So it'll be clear separation. And I hope that the HIV channel grows into 4 languages so that more people can benefit. So any of our viewers, if you are fluent in English and French or English and Spanish or English and Hindi, please go to sharetrek.com, use the contact form to reach out to me. I'll get back to you and we can set it up. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.